Hey everyone, back at it again in another week, starting up the little AgTech Dogwalk there. Should probably get it right what I'm actually saying. They're behind me now. It's a little, well, cold enough. But I wanted to talk today on this, was it the 5th of January? Which is like the first day everyone kind of comes back to work actually in the ag business world, it seems, at least, as tradition has shown. An article that I commented on over the weekend on the good old AI, is that it'll replace everybody, and AI agents, really, it's been a big trendy word lately, which I'm still trying to understand it, but the way I gather it and how it could affect everybody, but I'll get into ag, is that you basically have this side person that's an agent, just like a crop insurance agent or a bank agent or whatever, that's doing a specific job for you and just handles that. It just kind of does that work. So you have all these different agents doing everything for you, from setting up insurance and beyond and all that, and buying equipment or whatever it might be. And the idea, it's gonna take over all this stuff, and people won't have jobs in the office and all that. I mean, maybe to some extent. To me, like, my brother's a crop insurance agent, so I'll use agent and agent on the same page. To be honest, there are probably some base things that an AI agent could probably just do. I want my policy options set up, here's my land, it has these things, you type in what you're basically planning to do, and it goes through all the different types of changes, policy, risk options, all that, and it could say, yeah, I think this is your best option. Yeah, I mean, that could be a thing. Now, there's a lot of intricacy to that based on historically what's worked and what hasn't. An agent might not really see that, or not, the nuances of how someone farms or how they don't. Maybe some of that information can be shared, and maybe it's in a database somewhere, but can it be understood by one of those agents? Same goes for maybe financing something. If there's a bank agent that says, oh, well, it'll figure out all your paperwork and do all this stuff and apply and find the best rate, all that stuff. Sure, yeah, maybe that worked for a car, maybe that works for a certain smaller expenditure or something. If it's like equipment in ag, maybe that can kind of work to an extent. But if it's buying, say, land or a new operating note or something like that, yeah, there's more to it. Like any relationship, especially in ag, there's why people go to, say, one dealership versus the other, or one crop insurance agent to the other, or one bank to the other. Sure, it can deal with the savings that they might have got, the percentage, it's a little better or something like that, but it really comes down to the people and the trust that they adhere, and kind of them knowing the history and understanding of who they are, what they are. That shouldn't go away. Maybe it will. I don't know. I see ag having a tougher time with these AI agents in most places. Now, areas where I think it's actually starting to already happen is, I have these crops I'm growing, I need the right chemical mix. There's tons of all these chemicals with all their different labels. It's a lot of information to deal with. I don't really know how to deal with it. I just know it there's a lot to cycle through, even as a crop consultant, or that's helping them. Just a lot of updates and changes, and how one formulation mixes with the others. As long as those label data is good, I could see an AI agent that you pay for so much a year saying, yeah, maybe I kind of know what I want to do, but I need at least cross-reference this stuff, or like, hey, buying chemicals a little easier in a sense than buying, say, a seed variety that has a little more give and pull to its genetic makeup for how it might fit on your field. Same goes with fertilizer to a point. I can see the chemical side of that. Yeah, that could work actually pretty well. Just trying to think off the top of my head what else could work. And there's things. Maybe the biological side of it all, maybe that could fit in well, because there's so much. My problem that's been with the biologicals has been, and I think they're starting to see it, is the biologicals don't really actually fit on every acre. On some acres, they're going to work really well. Other acres, depending on the soil types and textures and all the fun stuff and microbial activity in the soil, it's not going to work in other areas. Maybe an agent can figure that out better, as long as the field information's good. So a lot of this just comes down to that, is there enough information known in the database, in the back end, for one of these AI agents to actually make an informed decision? Much like, well, a lot of that data for me, for say if I was on a farm, it's in my head, it's there, but it's not necessarily written down. Or it's in the banker's head, it's in the crop insurance guy's head, it's in the equipment guy's head. There's all these nuanced things about it. If you're trying to buy a new piece of equipment, it might not be written down anywhere in the general manuals and the different brochures where the data would be fed through or whatever, that, this series would pull rods in the engine, and unless it's fixed, it's kind of worthless. You don't want to buy it. Will it know those intricacies to make that informed decision? Is there enough data for it to understand that? And right now there's not. Maybe in, like I said, the chemical area, I could see buying chemicals. It's kind of there, close enough. It's the closest thing, maybe a few other things, but most things, especially in the agronomic end, oh my gosh, that's another whole thing. So I think there's a lot of opportunity for them, probably more to make other people more productive. We don't have enough people working in agriculture anyways to do all the things that really need to be done, especially on the tech side of things and say precision agronomy and all that. So agents, if they're done right, AI agents could be really the thing that balances everything. Less and less are people coming into ag. In the general world, certain areas, it'll probably do some crazy things and take out some people. For a lot of it, I think it'll be fine. I could be wrong. Alien overlords are maybe going to take over. Maybe we need AI agents to fight against them. I don't know. Either way, it's probably not going away. Maybe it's a little hype cycle right now, but there's a fit. There's a fit to any of these crazy ideas and new things and big words coming out. It's just, how do we actually apply them, and maybe don't overdo it. You don't base everything on it, which there's probably a few businesses doing that right now, and there'll probably be a mini bubble. Maybe there's a bigger bubble coming in all this crazy stuff, AI. I don't know. Either way, something to think about on a Monday. That is all for my AgTech dog walk for today. We'll see you later.